You guys keep mentioning it, so I'm finally going to do a video on it. Twin Towers 2.0 featuring Wemby and KD. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Hope you're having a great week. And this came up again last night during the live stream. It's coming up on the videos. TSR, what about Kevin Durant to the San Antonio Spurs? And I was like, you know what? Finally time for me to chip in and, give my 2 cents on the trade. And would Kevin Durant make our San Antonio Spurs a contender? We'll talk about that in just a few moments, but I found an article from Fox Sports that's a little older, from February, and they were talking about Durant to the Spurs before the trade deadline. Now, obviously the trade deadline has passed, but KD could still come to the Spurs after the season ends. So let's get into the article. Victor Wembanyama is a 1 of 1, and now he's paired with an all-star caliber point guard and a dynamic scorer in Fox. Well, he was. He's out for the season, but he will be next year, so I digress. Back to the article. Throw Durant in between the two stars, and the Spurs have an elite scoring trio with 3 players who can score in a variety of ways. That is very intriguing, the 3 amigos there. What would be unique about this trio is that it's 3 players at vastly different career points. This is true. KD is 36, will be 37 next season. Fox is entering his prime. I think he's around 27, and Wemby is only 21. The trade scenario they came up with, Spurs fans, is San Antonio could send Devin Vassell. Congratulations, career high last night, 37 points. Can we see more of that moving forward? Yes, please. Calvin Johnson also been playing better for the most. Been playing better lately. Can we see more of that? Blake Leslie, 2 future unprotected first-rounders. The expectation, of course, for Spurs fans is we'll be a championship team with those first-rounders, so who cares? And 2 second-rounders to Phoenix for Durant. In the aftermath of this move, the Spurs held the emerging Stephon Castle, Julian Champagnie, Scrappy Jeremy Sohan, among others. San Antonio's theoretical big 3 would be surrounded by young, developing scorers. And that's it for the article, and here's the old TSR breakdown. It would be a high-scoring Twin Towers 2.0. It would be, I can think of just how fun it would be to watch these 2 players do what they do on the court. That being said, I have a lot of concerns. Kevin Durant is going to be 37 next season. And look, he can still ball. I looked him up this morning. He's still killing it out there in Phoenix. Shooting splits of 53, 40, and 83 while averaging 27 points per game. Seems like he hasn't slowed down at all. LeBron's still out there doing his thing, and he's 40, so maybe age won't affect him as much because he can score. He's such a good shooter. But the Suns suck right now with Kevin Durant. They're not playing great basketball, and could some of those issues in Phoenix transfer over to San Antonio? Could there be chemistry issues? That's a concern for me. But when I look at the lineup, I'm not going to lie, it's a juicy lineup. This is a tasty burger. Looking up from 5 to 1, Wemby, KD, Sohan, Castle, Fox. That's 3 elite scorers in Wemby, KD, and Fox. And a good defensive team as well. Wemby should be defensive player this year, but he can't be because of the games missed. You got Sohan shown to be a versatile defender. And I've been seeing a lot of stat posting about Jeremy, the field goal percentage against when Jeremy's guarding some of the best players in the other team. And he's doing a darn good job. Castle showing some defensive chops. Fox is no slouch, leading the NBA in steals, the previous season. So this would be a good defensive team. This would be a good scoring team. The only concern would be the 3-point shooting, as Sohan and Castle and Fox are below the league average. If they can get better in the offseason, that starting lineup could be unstoppable. And we're seeing Stephon Castle just grow right before our eyes. I mean, it's going to be a good lineup. The bench, though, leaves some questions. Champagnie, Barnes under contract next season, and then who else? Bassi, can't rely on his noodle knee. Biyombo, he's been good as a backup. Well, he's been good as a starter. He'd be great as a backup, I would assume. Mamu doesn't play. Malachi Branham, is he going to be on the roster? Then our G Leaguers, Ingram, Duke, Minix, we doing anything with them? And then our draft picks from this year. We might have 2 lottery picks. Could our 2 lottery picks be bench guys? Could we draft a backup center and a backup point guard? Yeah, maybe. Would the rookies be good enough to help us get to the promised land? I don't know. But I'm going to circle back to that question because I lost my train of thought for a second. So would KD make the Spurs a contender? I don't know, guys. Definitely a playoff team, I think. I think they'd be a playoff team. A championship team? I don't know. I'm very curious what you guys think. Will you be giving up a lot? Although, let's be honest, a lot of Spurs fans want to move on from Devin or Kelvin or both, and there would be a chance to move on from both players. My issue is you're giving them up plus picks for a player whose window's closing and may retire in the next, 2 years? 3 years? How much longer does he have? I don't know. If it happens, of course, I'll be rooting for KD left and right. If it doesn't happen, I'll still be go Spurs go. But this This feels like a win now move, bringing in Kevin Durant, and I don't think we're in win now mode. We don't even know who our head coach is going to be next year. Pop may come back. Pop may not come back. If he doesn't come back, is it Mitch Johnson or somebody else? We have a lot of question marks there. And then, of course, there's the draft itself. We still have to circle back to the draft. If the Spurs land a top pick in the top 4, or, God willing, the first overall pick and draft Cooper Flagg, then why give up a whole bunch of assets to bring in an aging player, build around the guys you got? I don't see this happening. But you know what? As you guys are mentioning, I didn't see Luka Doncic getting traded for the Lakers for not much in return, and that happened. So anything is possible in today's NBA. And maybe they bring in Kevin Durant. The next thing you know, we're a championship team. And maybe it would be worth it. Let me just, I know I'm starting to ramble a little bit, but, I'm thinking about the Toronto Raptors, who got Kawhi Leonard from us. I know, not a frame of reference we want to look at. But, with the Raptors, would they still be okay? Do you think they have any regrets getting Kawhi Leonard for only 1 year? They had their only championship. So if KD came in for 3 years and we won a championship, or 2, would it be worth it? Probably. But again, we've said this, I've said this a lot of times, you have said it as well, viewers, subscribers, TSR Sports fans, Spurs fans, whatever, I'm being goofy. We're thinking long term. We're not looking to build something short term and win a championship and be one and done. We're looking to build long term and hopefully have multiple championships with Victor Wembanyama and company, with Area 51. So I don't think it's going to happen for that reason, but if it does, it does. Drop a comment down below, your thoughts. What would you give up for Kevin Durant? Do you like that trade package? Johnson, Vassell, Wesley, and some first rounders and second rounders. Do you think we should give up more? Do you think you should give up less? Do you want to keep Kellen? Do you want to keep Devin? Something's got to give to match the salary, so we're going to have to give up quite a few guys. Durant's making, I think, close to $50 million this year. He's going to be making $50 million next year, so his salary is definitely something you have to factor in as well. And that's all I got. Hit the thumbs up, like support the channel, become part of our hit the thumbs up, like to support the channel, become an official member of TSR Sports, and subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs community. I thank you, and as always, go Spurs go.
Go Spurs go, 'cause the giant